didn't see you there. Sorry, I was reading my Eras Tour book. Wow. Crazy. Let's talk. Hey guys, it's yap time. Your favorite time on my channel. It's time to yap. So I'm wearing my Tortured Poets Department cardigan, but it's really hot in here, so I'm gonna take it off. However, it's time to talk because as of right now, I'm filming this currently on February 1st. Let me tell y'all, for those of you who don't know, the Grammys are tomorrow, but I'm posting this the day of the Grammys. So, happy Grammys Day. Now, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Let me preface this conversation by saying every single human being is allowed to have their own opinion. That being said, in my opinion, as a music nerd, as a poet, I'm literally published and I've won an award for poetry aside from my being published, okay? As a poet, as a choir kid, as a singer, as someone who writes her own music and poetry, as someone who was in choir for like 7 to 8 years. In my opinion, the Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift deserves Album of the Year. Now, let me also preface this by saying the only other Album of the Year nominees that I have actually listened to is Chapel Roan, and I don't know if Sabrina Carpenter's nominated, I don't remember. The only albums I've listened to are Tortured Poets Department, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, and Short and Sweet. Have not listened to any of the other albums, but I've heard Billie Eilish's album is also amazing, and so from what I've heard, I wouldn't be mad if she won. Personally, I would like it to go to either Taylor, Billie, or Chapel. Let me preface this video by saying all that. I haven't listened to them. But for all of you saying, like, Taylor doesn't deserve Album of the Year. Why? Because you're mad Taylor Swift is winning? Because you think she's overrated? Because you personally don't like the album? Because you don't understand the lyrics in her songs? Because you don't want her to win it back to back? So I'm going to educate y'all on her lyricism, because I feel like we need to sit down and have a discussion. So also, big thing, the Tortured Poets Department was obviously a double album release, okay? She released the front half at midnight, and then at 2 a.m. she released the anthology, which is like the double album part. It was an additional 15 or 16 songs. I can't remember which one had 15 and which one had 16. But in total, the Tortured Poets Department, the anthology, is 31 songs. But we are only talking about the front half of the album that dropped at midnight on April 19th. That is the only thing that is nominated. Let's start this off, okay? Let's talk. Because, you know, your girl wants to have a discussion with y'all, okay? Okay, we're back. So let's start off with Fortnite. Fortnite is like the single of the album, besides I Can Do It With Broken Heart. Track 1 is called Fortnite, not the video game. I'm really sick of hearing those jokes, guys. We're gonna lock in now. Let's go. So first of all, Taylor Swift starts off with I Was Supposed to Be Sent Away, but They Forgot to Come and Get Me, which is in reference to her Midnight's track Hits Different, Have They Come to Take Me Away. They were supposed to take her away, but they forgot to come and get her. She was a functioning alcoholic, which is in reference also to Midnight's Dear Reader. She started spiraling and became an alcoholic. Beautiful. God. Love Genius. Genius, I love you. You're awesome. And for a fortnight, which for those of you who don't know, a fortnight is 2 weeks. So she is saying she was with this guy for 2 weeks. Run into you sometimes, ask about the weather. You know, when you're like talking to someone that like you don't really know what to say to them, you're like, oh, nice weather we're having. You know, it's like a buffer. Turned into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I want to kill her. It's not in reference to champagne problems. Please ignore that. That's not true. But anyways, yeah, like, I'm like, I want you. We were going to be this great love story, but I only had you for 2 weeks. And now you're like my neighbor and I have to act like we are peaceful. And your wife is married to you. And you guys are so happy. Like, God, I hate her. Like, she's so unfazed and casual about all this. I want to kill her. Like, I'm so jealous. Stunning. All my mornings are stuck in an endless February. Period. Love that. Happy February, guys. I took the miracle move on drugs. The effects were temporary. That is what makes this song probably about Maddie Healy. Now, we're not going to get into the specifics of the relationship because this doesn't necessarily need to be about her personal life. I mean, it probably is. But, you know, it's saying, like, she got out of this 7-year relationship and then took this like miracle move on drug of this guy who was promising her everything that she left her previous relationship to gain because she wasn't receiving it. She left this other relationship and then had this other guy come and promise her everything, and then he dips and breaks her heart 10 times worse by promising her all the things that he knew she wanted and that she wasn't getting previously. So it's like, I took the miracle move on drug of like, hey, look, there's this guy who's even better for me than my ex. And then it's like, oh, well, the effects were only temporary because he left. Like, he wasn't actually going to stay, like, you know, like, was prescribed in the drug. Like, oh, like, if you're taking, like, depression medication or anxiety medication, it's like, hey, we're going to help your problems go away. We're going to give you what you want, which is relief from your pain. That's what the guy was doing. And then it's like, actually, I'm going to dip. Bye-bye now. And then it's like, but you were supposed to give me all of this, and you didn't. So yeah, I love you, it's ruining my life. Self-explanatory, bro. Like, you love someone, and, like, loving them is ruining your life. Especially because the fans were giving her crap for dating him. I touched you only for a fortnight. And for a fortnight there, we were forever. We were saying we were going to be together forever. We were supposed to get married. We were supposed to have kids. We were supposed to be together forever. And we were only saying that for the fortnight we were together. And yeah. Thought of calling you, but you won't pick up. Another fortnight lost in America. Move to Florida. Buy the car you won't, but it won't start up till you touch me. Beautiful lyricism. Next. Now, this is my least favorite song on the front half of the album. I'm sorry, I really don't like this song. So I understand if you also don't like this song. But I don't know, I've seen a lot of different perspectives on like what this song is about. But to me personally, this could be one of two ways. One, it could be someone else like manipulating her with like the, who's gonna hold you like me? Who's gonna know you if not me? Who's gonna hold you like me? No one. Like who else decodes you? Like all this stuff, it's like saying like, no one else is gonna be able to know you better than me, so you can't leave. And like, where is it? Sometimes I wonder if you're ever going to screw this up with me, but you told Lucy that you'd kill yourself if I ever leave. Like, it literally feels like it's just toxic. Like, it's manipulative and it's toxic. Like, and then also, like, everyone we know understands why it's meant to be because we're crazy. So so tell me who else is gonna know me. So to me personally, what it feels like is all of the rest of this. It's like who's gonna hold you, who's gonna know you. All of that is like coming from the outsider's perspective of someone talking to her, and then she says, so who else is gonna know me? Like now she's convinced because at dinner he takes her ring off of her middle finger and puts it on her ring finger, because he's giving her all this hope that he's going to marry her and give her everything she wants. And, like, he's convinced everyone else that he's actually perfect for her. I don't know. That's my perspective, is to me it just kind of feels like someone's manipulating throughout it, and then she becomes manipulated and is like, yeah, like, who else is going to do this for me? Like, no one understands me like he does. Like, I'm crazy and I have all these problems, but, like, he loves me, guys. He accepts me. Or it could also, from the other end, be like, she's scared of him leaving, so she's, like, begging him to stay. Like, well, who else is going to understand you like I do? Like, you literally say that I'm perfect for you. Like, you know, like, kind of panic explaining why they're perfect together. I don't know. That's my perspective on it. That's what I always kind of thought about it. Okay. Hot take. This was the first song, when I listened to this album, I was driving to school. This was the first song that actually stood out to me. And it was track 3. But it makes sense. I'm driving to school at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was really tired. And this was the first upbeat song we had gotten. It's a banger. It's so good. Like, the sickest army doll purchased at the mall. Rivulets to send my plastic smile. Rivulets is, like, tears. You know, drops. You should have seen him when he first got me. Like, my boy only breaks his favorite toys. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. Fit to write puzzle pieces in the dead of night. I should have known it was a matter of time. Like, basically she's saying, I don't know, I feel like it's really self-explanatory. Like, if you don't understand this song, I don't get it. Like, to me, this is one of the easiest songs to comprehend on this album. My boy breaks his favorite toys. Like, he tells me that he loves me, and, like, I swear to you he loves me, but, like, he's not showing it, and he's running away. Like, I should have known he was gonna leave. I should have known he was gonna leave. I should have known he was gonna break me, because that's his favorite thing to do, is, like, break things. Like, he can't help it but, like, pull my string, and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. Like, he's leaving me because he's so scared to be in love with me, guys. Like, I swear it's because he actually loves me. And then we're all sitting here like that, you know, like, okay, honey. Like, okay, grandma, let's get you back to bed. Like, you know, it's like that friend that's, like, stuck in, like, a toxic relationship, and you're just like, like, it's a canon event. You can't interfere. It's a canon event. But she knows it, and she expects it. Just say when I'd play again. He was my best friend down at the Sandlot. I felt more when we played pretend than with all the Kens, because he took me out of my box, stole my tortured heart, left all these broken parts, told me I'm better off, but I'm not. She's saying, like, if he came back and was like, I love you and I want you, she would go back to him immediately. Like, yeah, okay, I'll play again. Like, he was my best friend. And, like, and that's why, like, the outtake lyric of, like, the original version of the song, she says, he was my best friend, and that is the worst part, or that was the worst part, or something like that, is it's like, that was her best friend. Like, she didn't just lose a partner, she lost her best friend. And he, like, and again, she's going back to the metaphor that she's, like, the doll, she's, like, the toy. He took her out of the box, and then he, like, stole her heart, because, like, that's a normal thing to say, like, when someone, like, loves you or something, it's like, oh my god, they stole my heart. And then they left all the broken parts of her, like, she's saying that she's made of broken parts, and then he's like, you're better off without me, and she's like, but I'm not, like, I'm not okay without you, like, I need you. So, yeah, I don't know, I think that's one of the easier ones to understand, personally. It is 16, okay, 16 on the front half, guys. Down Bad. Oh, Down Bad's production is so good. Down Bad is one of the best songs on this album. Did you really beam me up in a cloud of sparkling dusts just to do experiments on? Told me I was the chosen one, showed me that this world is bigger than us, then sent me back where I came from. It's a metaphor that he's an alien and he abducted her and showed her how amazing everything is and then plopped her back down on Earth and abandoned her. And she's like, wait, no, like, I liked life with you. Like, what? Like, come back. Like, take me back. I don't want to be on Earth anymore. I've seen what can exist outside of this bubble that I'm in, like, outside of this world. Like, take me back to your world. Like, be with me. And then she's saying, like, everything comes out in teenage petulance. Like, you know, like when teenagers... Listen, I'm a teenager, I can say this. Teenagers are so dramatic. We are, okay? Everyone knows it. You're so dramatic when you're a teenager. You can't deny it. Teenagers are very dramatic. So it's like when a teenager goes through a breakup, they're like, oh my God, I want to die. Like, oh my God, kill me, please. Like, I don't want to exist anymore. If I can't have him, like, he's the love of my life. I'm gonna die. And then it's like, girl, you're gonna be fine. There's other people. So she's saying, like, all of this, like, frustration and, like, depression she's going through from being left behind by this person who gave her this grand, spectacular, like, love that she's never experienced before. Like, they've left her and now she's hurt, she's sad, she's angry, and it's all coming out, like, as if she's a teenager again, and she's being dramatic like a teenager, being like, oh, like, F it, kill me, like, I want to die, like, if I can't have him. Which is so true. That's so dramatic. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. I might just not get up. I might stay down bad. Like, she's like, oh, like, I'm laying on the floor, like, I'm laying in my bed, and I'm so depressed, I don't even want to get up. It's like, you know what? If I can't have him, whatever. I'm just going to rot in my bed until I die. So real. Oh my God, guys. This is so real. Yeah. In a field in my same old town that somehow seems so hollow now. And they'll say I'm nuts if I talk about the existence of you. Like, to go to the metaphor, it's like, obviously, like, if you say you're abducted by aliens, people think you're psychotic. Like, people actually want to put you in a mental asylum. But in the sense of, like, her relationship, like, no one liked him. No one liked this guy. No one wanted Taylor to be with him. So for her, she's, like, saying, like, no, like, I swear, guys, he's the one. He's so fantastic. Like, he loved me and I loved him. And, like, he was going to give me the life that I wanted. And everyone's like, no, he's not a good person, Taylor. Like, for a moment I was heaven struck, but now I'm depressed because you left. How dare you think it's romantic leaving me safe and stranded when in New Romantics on 1989, she says, please leave me stranded, it's so romantic. But now she's going back on that and being like, how dare you leave me stranded here after you dropped me back off on Earth after abducting me. Like, how dare you think it's romantic to abandon me? No, come back and take me back. So, like I lost my twin. Because, you know, like a twin flame, low-key. I think that's what it was. I think it's like a twin flame of, like, this person is exactly like you. And it's like, oh my God, I lost my twin flame. Like, they're gone. All right. So Long London. Banger. So good. I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. If you remember in the Lover music video, when she's in the Lover house, they have, like, all of those, like, fairy lights and stuff. And I'm pretty sure in, like, the trailer she had for the Tortured Poets Department album, it was almost like you were leaving the Lover house and, like, going into the insane asylum that she was in the Tortured Poets Department. Pretty sure that's a reference to that because this song is obviously about Joe. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift because a big thing in England is like, keep calm and carry on or whatever it is. Carried the weight of the rift because the rift is like their relationship, like they're drifting away. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away because she could feel him pulling away. So she's like, no, I have to keep him close. I have to keep him close. Like, he can't leave me. My spine split from carrying us up the hill, climbing up a hill to, like, get to safety and, like, get to happiness again. Like, her spine is splitting because she's carrying their whole relationship on her back. Like, she's the only one fighting for this relationship. And then I stopped trying to make him laugh. Like, I just gave up. And then thinking, how much sad did you think I had? Like, how much did you think I could take until I left? Like, did you really think I was going to be able to stay and do all of this on my own and, like, fight off this depression that I was in all on my own because you're not doing anything to help me? So long, London, because she loved the city of London. It was where she escaped during the whole Reputation drama. You'll find someone. Like, toodles, you can find someone else to be with. Like, I can't do this anymore. I stopped CPR after all it's no use. The spirit was gone, would never come to. So it's like, if the relationship was a person, she was trying to save it. She was doing CPR, and then it's like, I give up. Like, the spirit left the body. It's dead. Stop trying to revive it. It's gone. Like, which also ties into you're losing me. Like, I can't find a pulse. Like, my heart won't start anymore. It's like, she, like, drained. Her love for him died, which is so sad. And then, I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free. Like, bro, she's 35 now. They broke up before she turned 34. And they dated for, like, 7 years. So she was dating him from, like, 26 to... I probably did that math so wrong, guys. I'm so sorry. But, like, 26 to 33... That's a long time to be with someone and them not to put a ring on your finger after they've promised you, like, marriage and a future, and, like, she gave him a lot. But yeah, you say I abandoned the ship, like, oh, well, you're the one that left. And she's like, I was going down with the ship. Like, I was ready to, like, do anything for this relationship. I was white knuckle. Like, when you're gripping something super hard, your knuckles turn white. She had a white knuckle dying grip onto that ship, holding tight to your quiet resentment. He resented her, and she was holding on to all of it. And my friend said that it isn't right to be scared every day, where every breath feels like rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there. She's saying, my friends were telling me that what I was feeling while I was with you isn't supposed to be the case when you're in a relationship. Like, if someone truly loves you, you should not be feeling like this, and this is exactly how you were making me feel the whole time. You swore that you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar waiting for the proof. You sacrificed us to the gods your bluest days. So just this line on its own, you could be thinking of a wedding altar. Because again, like, you said that you loved me and you were going to marry me, and I died on the altar waiting for you to marry me, like, waiting for you to prove it. But then you go to the next line, it says you sacrificed us to the gods. So it was almost like he was sacrificing her to his bluest days, like his sadness, so he could be happy. Like, he sacrificed her so that he could be happy. You know how I'm interpreting it. I'm just mad as hell because I loved this place. She loved London. London, like, was, like, her escape from everything during the Reputation thing. And it's like, now she has to leave London because she's not with this guy anymore. Sucks. Banger. Probably the best song on this front half. Oh my god. If you don't like But Daddy, I Love Him, are you okay? Anyways, H.T. Hayes had, like, the best interpretation of this. Is like, it sounds like you're, like, horseback riding at, that looked wrong. It looks like you're like horseback riding at, like, sunset or something. Like, you're riding away into the distance, escaping and, like, feeling free. And I was like, oh my god, that's the best way to picture this. Sarah's and Hannah's and their Sundays. Oh, here we go. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you. I just learned these people try and save you because they hate you. She's basically calling out all the fans. This whole song is just yelling at all the fans that were, like, saying bad things about their relationship, because she partially blamed them, like, all these, like, naysayers, for the breakup. That's basically what this whole song is. But she's like, I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. Like, I'm telling him to float through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. She's like, I don't care what you guys are saying. I'm in love with him. Enough said. Like, he's mine. I'm going to be with him because I love him. I don't care what your opinion is on my relationship. Like, he's mine. Back off. Ah. So good. Stay away from her, the saboteurs protested too much. She's blaming the people who didn't support their relationship for their breakup. I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second. I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empath clothing. If you don't understand that line, I'm trying not to be mean here. Like, I'm really trying to not be mean. But, like, I promise it's not that hard. It's not hard to comprehend if you really just listen to it. Like, I feel like a lot of people, that's fine if you don't want to listen to lyrics. You just want to listen to, like, music. There we go. Personally, I can't listen to a song if the lyrics, the singing, and the, like, backing track aren't good. I need all three of those things to be good to be able to like a song. The production and the lyricism have to be really good. This song has all of that. Because she's saying, like, my name? Y'all are trying to protect my name? Guess what? I'm the only one that can ruin it. Not y'all, not him, me. I'm the only one that can ruin my name. And I don't cater to all of these vipers dressed in empath clothing. All these people that are naysaying my relationship are like, Taylor, like, we're doing it for you. Like, we're doing it to protect you from, like, this bad guy. Like, you're pretending to be an empath, but in reality, you're a viper just trying to sabotage my relationship. It's another way of calling you a snake. God save the judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me. Thinking it can change the beat of my heart when he touches me and counteract the chemistry and undo the destiny. She's saying them being together was destiny. She was, no pun intended, down bad. Our girl was down bad. She was saying, if all you want is gray for me, then it's just white noise. Because being with him is my choice, not yours. So yeah. And then she even got, like, her parents' approval. And, like, she was able to go be happy. Fresh Out the Slammer. So good. Oh my God. I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. I love this song. Basically, to sum it up, she gets out of a 7-year relationship. Low-key, she had, like, a 10-year situationship with this man in between, like, a bunch of relationships. And she's like, you know what? We're finally giving it a chance. We're finally going to be together. It's not a situationship. It's a relationship. I'm out the slammer. I'm out of the jail of being with my ex, and I'm running home to you. You're my home, and I'm not going to lose you this time. I gave you up 1,000,000 times over, and you gave me up 1,000,000 times over. This is it. We are here. We are doing this. He was with her in dreams. Cheating. Handcuffed to the spell I was under for just 1 hour of sunshine. She's literally, this is just a giant metaphor saying her relationship was a prison. And she finally got out of jail. She left that crap. She was stuck there for so long, and it was miserable, and it was draining, and she wasn't happy. And now that she's out of jail, she's going to the person she loves. Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you. Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be to. Camera flashes, welcome bashes. She's like, everyone's like welcoming her back into the world because she had to hide to be with him. As I said in my letters, now that I know better, I will never lose my baby again. She was like sending him letters from jail, being like, once I get out of here, it's you and I forever. My friends tried, but I wouldn't hear it. Watch me daily disappearing for just one glimpse of his smile. Again, back to So Long London. Everyone was telling her, like, girl, you are not supposed to be feeling like this. And she's like, no, like, I swear he loves me. I swear he loves me. Also tying back to my boy only breaks his favorite toys. And she wasn't listening because she's like, no, I swear he loves me. He's telling me he loves me. I swear he loves me. And then she's like, oh my God, I'm doing all this just to make him smile once. I'm doing all of this for what? And she dips. Swirled you into all my poems. Now we're at the starting line. I did my time. A lot of people think that could be saying like a lot of like the love songs like sprinkled in may not be about a guy she was dating. It could have been about him, who she was in this decade-long situationship with in between relationships. And yeah, and basically this is all just saying like, yeah, like we're like, it's gonna be all right. I did my time. Like, yeah, I wasted my time in this relationship, but like, it's okay because I learned my lesson and now I'm gonna be with you. Which honestly makes it so sad then about how he breaks up with her. I'm sorry. Okay. Florida. That's me. I'm in Florida. Never got to see Taylor. Okay. You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too. They said I was a cheat. I guess it must be true. And my friends all smell like weed or little babies. And the city reeks of driving myself crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what this song's about. I just thought it was going to be about the fact that, like, supposedly she and Joe broke up when she was in Texas, like, during the Eras tour, and then the first show after the breakup was announced was in Tampa, Florida. So that's why a lot of people thought that's what this was going to be about, is because Florida's a drug, but a lot of people also think the drug of Florida could actually be Maddie. I don't know. She doesn't care. She's like, Florida's a drug. It's fun. It's cool. I love it. It's a great song. Now listen. I support women's rights and wrongs as we move into this next song. Guilty as sin. Anyways, Downtown Lights is a song. I hadn't heard it in a while. He sent it to me. My boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. I dream of cracking locks, crashing into him. Am I bad, mad, or wise? Again, going back to Fresh Out the Slammer. Her relationship was a prison. It was a cage. And she used to be okay with it until she realized she felt trapped in it. And she's like, I want to leave. I am like dreaming of leaving and bumping into this guy that I've had a 10-year situationship with and getting with him. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, but only in my mind? Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty? Basically, she wanted out of her relationship and she kept dreaming about another guy. I support. I'm just kidding. Anyways, and then someone told me there's no such thing as bad thoughts, only your actions talk. These fatal fantasies, we've already done it in my head, and if it's make-believe, why does it feel like a vow will both uphold somehow? She's like, guys, someone told me that it's only a bad thing if you do it, not think about it. You know, if you don't actually put thoughts into action, then the thoughts aren't bad. She's trying to excuse herself. She's trying to convince herself. She's like, am I a bad person for thinking all of this? If you know, you know. Oh, what if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway. She's like, you know what? They're gonna give me crap for doing all this anyway. I don't care. Anyways, if you know, you know. I found out what that lyric meant on Twitter, and I was like, that makes so much sense. Oh my god, I love it. Okay. Oh no. This is my favorite song on this album. Just kidding. Totally forgot this song existed for a minute. This is my favorite song, but Daddy I Love Him is my second favorite. You don't get to tell me about sad. I am sad. If you wanted me dead, you should have just said. So I leap from the gallows, which gallows are where they do hangings. Just in case you didn't know. And I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch. You know, like when you're like watching something and then like a party's interrupted, so you hear like the record scratch, the music stops and everything goes silent. She's crashing their party. Is like a phantom, like a ghost. She's levitating down the street and she shows up to the party, record scratch. Everyone's silent and they're all like, what the crap? And she's like, hey, who's afraid of little old me? You should be. You should be very afraid of me and what I can do. The bullet had just grazed. At all costs, keep your good name. You don't get to tell me you feel bad for what you did. Because the bullet just grazed you and it hit me. You had to keep your good name at the time, so you're apologizing now for your actions that ruined me. I was tame and I was gentle. I was such a good person until the music industry and society and pop culture and social media she had to grow a thick skin to be a part of this. That's the circus life. The circus life made her mean. But they're like, don't worry, guys. We took out all her teeth. We destroyed her reputation. And she's like, who's afraid of little old me? You guys think you're safe? You took out my teeth? No. I got more teeth. Those were my baby teeth. Anyways. So tell me everything's not about me. Like, oh my God, Taylor. Not everything is about you. Oh my God, Swifties, not everything's about Taylor Swift. But what if it is? Why are you always bringing her up? When no one's talking about her, they're talking about their favorite artist. They're like, oh my God, Taylor Swift could never. But you yell at us for talking about her? Okay. Then say they didn't do it to hurt you. What if they did? What if they did do it to hurt me? What if they didn't just do it and it accidentally hurt me? What if they specifically did it to hurt me? I want to snarl and show you just how disturbed this has made me. Like, I want to show you how angry I am, but I have to keep myself composed. I have to be the bigger person. You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. And for all those people who don't know, you don't know figurative language, she's not talking about her actual house. The circus where they raised her. The asylum where they raised her. The music industry. She was like 15 or 16 when she started releasing music and like signed to a record label. Because she started making music the year I was born, guys. 2006. Okay. I'm about to turn 19. I'm about to turn 19. And this girl was making music since the year I was born, okay? She's been in this music industry since she was basically still a child. Y'all are saying all this crap online about me. You wouldn't last an hour in the spotlight of the music industry like I have had to grow up in. So all you kids can sneak into my house with all the cobwebs because they make her out to be like this monster. I'm always drunk on my own tears. Isn't that what they said? Right? I'm always crying. I'm always heartbroken. You know, isn't that what they said? That I'll sue you if you step on my lawn because I'm such a bad person. I'm so mean. I'm so callous. I'm so rude. That I'm fearsome. That I'm scary. That I'm wretched. And I'm wrong. And then I put narcotics into all of my songs, and that's why you're still singing along to my music. It's not because it's good. I put drugs in my music, guys. Obviously. That's why you're singing to it, not because it's good and you like it. Because I put drugs in my music. Totally makes sense. And you should be. You caged me. Like, you took me and threw me in a cage, and then you called me crazy. When you were the one that put me in the cage. Like, obviously I'm going to be crazy if you lock me in a cage. I am what I am because you trained me. You made me this way. But who's afraid of little old me? You know? She's saying it like tauntingly. It's not like, oh, who's afraid of little old me? She's like, who's afraid of little old me? You know? It's taunting. Like, oh, little old me, I'm so harmless, but I'm also super scary and mean. It's like, make up your mind. Anyways, I love that song. I feel like it's a very, like, people pleaser, falling apart, ripping open the shirt. Yeah, that's me. I'm so sick of being a people pleaser. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Anyways. This is a bit rough. Not as rough as the Tortured Poets Department title track, but this one's rough. This is also a really short song, but they shake their heads saying, God help her, when I tell him he's my man. They're like, that's your boyfriend? Praying for you, girl. And she's like, your good Lord, your God that you're saying needs to, help me out. He doesn't need to lift a finger because I can fix him. I'm going to make him a better person. Don't even worry, guys. I got this. And only I can fix him. No one else can have him. No one else can fix him. He's mine, and I'm going to fix him. I'm going to make him better because he's mine. Okay, sweetie. And I could see it from a mile away, a perfect case for my certain skill set. Skill set. Okay. He had a halo of the highest grade. He just hadn't met me yet. Guys, he's an angel, I swear. I just needed to find him and help him find it. Duh. Okay, sweetie. Okay, honey. I'm not reading that. And then, whoa, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't fix him, guys. He left. I'm fine. Yeah, there you go. Super short. I love this song. This is also, I feel like this is in my top 3. I feel like it's Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, Lommel, and then But Daddy, I Love Him. And then I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is like tied for 3rd or like a close 4th. Yeah. Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames if we know the steps anyway? Because a waltz is a dance. If we already know the steps to getting back together, who's gonna stop us? We embroidered the memories of the time I was away, stitching We Were Just Kids, babe. I said, I don't mind. It takes time. I thought I was better safe being in this other relationship than being starry-eyed and being with you. I felt a glow like this never before and never since. If you know in one glimpse, it's legendary. Like, you saw me and you were like, yeah, legendary. You and I are going to go from one kiss to getting married. Still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried. Our relationship, we always just kept coming back to each other like it was never dead. We never killed it. It was never quite buried. Like, it was at the cemetery, like it should be dead. It should be gone. But it was never quite buried, so we kept coming back to it. In your suit and tie in the nick of time, you low-down boy, you stand-up guy. You holy ghost, you told me I'm the love of your life. You said I'm the love of your life about 1,000,000 times. Like, he showed up right in the nick of time as she was heartbroken and destroyed about getting out of this relationship that she thought was going to be forever. And he showed up in his little suit and tie and he's like, I'm your savior. I'm here to save you from this man. And who's going to tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate and told me I reformed you? Oh, you saved me. You fixed me. He was lying. When your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes. He was pretending to paint heaven for her, saying he was going to take her to heaven. And then it turns out those were fakes. They weren't real. And instead he took her to hell. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme. The temporary move on drug from Fortnite. Yeah. And I've felt a hole like this never before and ever since. I have never felt such a hole in my heart and in my chest before you, and I have felt it ever since you entered my life. Crazy work. What we thought was for all time was momentary. We went from her saying, oh, we go from one kiss to getting married. It's like, yeah, something we thought was going to be forever actually was only temporary. It's actually not going to happen anymore. You cinephile in black and white, all those plot twists and dynamite. Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry. Said, I'm the love of your life. Because again, knight in shining armor, he showed up and was like, I'm going to save you. Like, yeah. He was probably texting her when she was in the end of her relationship and was like, I can give you all the things he's not. So she leaves and she gets into a relationship with him, being promised all the things that she's wanted this whole time. Promised her all of it. Gave her none of it, and then dips. Yeah, he's Mr. Steal Your Girl, and then he breaks her heart. Okay, make it make sense. You crap talked me under the table, behind my back, while to my face you were talking about marrying me and having kids with me. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed because something counterfeit is dead? All these ghosts that are watching her, all these phantoms are watching her, and she's like, do you think they have secondhand embarrassment because of my, post-heartbreak depression? Because something that was never real is over. It stopped. Do you think they were secondhand embarrassed for me? It was legendary. And then she's like, no, it was momentary. It was unnecessary. She's getting more angry until you get to, should have let it stayed buried. We should have killed it. We should have left it buried. We never should have become a relationship. It should have always been this what if scenario. I wish I never found out the truth. What a valiant roar. Valiant. What a grand roar of a lion. And then a bland goodbye. The coward claimed he was a lion. In reverse to the Wizard of Oz, the cowardly lion. He was a lion who was a coward. It's like, no, this is a coward who pretended to be this lion, to have this valiant roar. He was a coward. He was never a lion. He was never grand. He was never the king. Never. I'll never leave. I'm combing through the braids of lies, because braids are tightly wound. She's trying to comb through this braid. I'll never leave. I'll never leave you. Like he left you. I will never. Never mind. Heading out. Bye. Our fields of dreams engulfed in fire. Your arson's match. You set this field of dreams on fire. Your arson's match. Your somber eyes. And I'll still see it until I die. You're the loss of my life. She never says he's the love of her life. She only calls him the loss of her life, which is what LOML stands for, is loss of my life. Because she's like, yeah, I'm heartbroken forever. I'm never going to be able to be with someone else. It's okay, girlie. Just give it a couple months. I can do with a broken heart. I'm not even going to go through the lyrics. Yeah, she was super depressed at the Eras Tour, and everyone was like, give us more, give us more, give us more. We love the Eras Tour. Woo! And she's literally wanting to die. It's about Yeah, I'm going on stage and I'm putting on the performance of my life while I'm literally dying inside. There you go. The smallest man who ever lived. I love this song. That's all I'm going to say. Was any of it true? Was any of what you told me true? You were gazing at me starry-eyed. They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. That's why everyone was like, did he like just ghost her and dip? Like, crazy. Crazy work. I don't even want you back. I just want to know, this sparkling summer I was going to have as a single woman, was your plan to ruin it and like hurt me more? And I don't miss what we had. Nope, I don't even miss you anymore. I'm just angry. But can someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? You didn't measure up in any measure of a man. Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun under our bed? Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years, will all this be declassified? Like, she's like, what is the reason you hurt me this bad? What was the reason? Tell me. Why did you do this to me? Like, surely there's some grand reason. It's not just because you wanted to. You know? I would have died for your sins. Instead, I just died inside. And you deserve prison, but you won't get time. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. You crashed my party and your rental car. You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning. He just dipped. Bye. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. And in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did. And I'll forget you, but I will never forgive you, because you are the smallest man who ever lived. Like, it was just punch after punch. Like, bro was trying to get up, and he just couldn't. He was just getting knocked down over and over again. He's gone. Dead. Died. Gone. Goodbye. Such a banger. Such a banger. The Alchemy. Viva Las Vegas, baby! Travis Kelce makes his debut in his starting year. Let's go! This happens once every few lifetimes. What if I told you, I'm back. That mental hospital that I went to because I went psychotic from getting broken up with, such a drag. But I'm back, guys. Don't even worry. And then also it's like, it's funny because everyone was like, oh, Taylor put Travis on the map. She's like, no, I didn't put him on the map. I just circled him. He was already there. I showed him to y'all, okay? I haven't come around in so long, but I'm coming back so strong. When I touch down. Football. Call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns. Get the crown. Baby, I'm the one to beat. Because the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Who were we to fight the alchemy? Because alchemy is like chemistry. It's like, who were we to fight like the chemistry? Like, we were meant to be together. We're cool. The child play back in school is forgiven under my rule. Also, I love H.T. Hayes, but he misunderstood this lyric so bad, and it makes me very sad. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E, because we've been on a winning streak. Basically what she's saying is like, you know, when athletes are doing really, really good, a lot of the times, like, their, like, aunties are, like, clearly they're on steroids. Like, clearly they're on drugs. So he's joking that, like, the reason that they're winning so much is because of heroin. But he's not talking about the drug. He's saying it's her. Heroin with an E is a female hero. He's saying, like, the reason they're on the winning streak is her, not drugs. Like to put that out there. And then it's like, yeah, they won the Super Bowl. And they're like, there's no chance. And where's the trophy? Because they just won the game and everyone's celebrating. Where's the trophy? He doesn't care. He's running to me. Because he loves me. So there you go. And then the last song that is technically up for Grammy consideration is Clara Bow. So basically, all of this is in quotes because it's what other people are saying to her. But I like the theory that You Look Like Clara Bow is supposed to be to Stevie Nicks. So it's like, you look like Clara Bow. It's remarkable. Did you know you were going to be picked like a rose? And then it's like, the person that they were speaking to is now the pre-chorus. It's like, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I might die if I make it. Like, if this happened, like, no one in my small town that I'm from thought I would see the lights in Manhattan. Like, they didn't think I was going to make it. They thought I was crazy. And then it's back to the other people telling her, this town is fake, but you're the real thing. Like, you're really going to make it. You're a breath of fresh air through smoke rings. Take the glory, but you have to give everything and promise us that you're going to be dazzling. And then you look like Stevie Nicks. So then the theory was like, the first part was about Stevie Nicks, and then this part is them talking to Taylor Swift about looking like Stevie Nicks. So you look like Stevie Nicks in 75, the hair and lips. Because if you look at Taylor Swift when like her hair would get like really curly in the folklore dress specifically, it looked a lot like a couple pictures of Stevie Nicks online. People actually put like a side by side. It was crazy. The crowd goes wild at her fingertips. If you watch the Eras Tour movie, during the man, she like points to the different parts of the crowd, and on command they scream. It's crazy. I'm not trying to exaggerate. Again, it's her saying to them after they've given her all of this like hope. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I might die if I made it. No one in my small town thought I'd see these suits in LA. They all want to say this town is fake, but you're the real thing. Like, flesh and blood amongst war machines. You're the new God we're worshiping. Like, before it was her, now it's you. And then it's like, you're, like, you have to give everything to be famous. It reminds a lot of, oh my god, what's the song on Red? There's a song on Red that this is a lot like. The Lucky One. The Lucky One is a lot like this. And then it's like talking to like the new generation of pop girls of, you look like Taylor Swift and we love it. You've got the edge though that she never had the edge that you have. So a lot of people are like talking about like Tay daughters, which would be like Gracie Abrams, Olivia Rodrigo, and Sabrina Carpenter. They're like the little like new baby pop girlies that are sprouting up. So yeah, Taylor Swift had some of the most beautiful lyricism in this album, and it like breaks my heart when people don't understand it, because I truly believe it is gorgeous lyricism. It is so, no pun intended, it is so poetic. Like, truly, she's a mastermind. She's so good, and I hate when people don't give her that credit. So you may not like her, but if you don't believe she deserves Album of the Year, you're entitled to your opinion, but you can't say it's because the album was bad. You have to say it's just because you don't like it. And then also, on that note, you can't say she doesn't deserve it. You just say you don't want her to win. There's a difference. But yeah, that's my little summary of the Tortured Poets department. The front half of the album that is currently nominated for Album of the Year. Personally, I would love Taylor to win. I'm recording this the day before the Grammys. I don't know if she's going to win. She might not, and that's okay. But no one can say she doesn't deserve to win, because almost everyone nominated deserves to be nominated and deserves that win. So I feel like it could really go anyway, and a lot of people would be pretty happy. We'll see. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for coming to the Yap session.